Hello, welcome to our devotional time at Temple Baptist Church here in Poplar, Bluff, Missouri. We're going to be in James chapter 4, and James is giving us some commitment. In fact, the people that James wrote to was a community that was infected with pride, desire, and an inflated sense of self-confidence. And so, if they continued their arrogance and all that, and we're speaking, God opposes the proud but shows favor to the humble. In chapter 4 and verse 6, but he gives more grace. Therefore, he said, God resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. I am told that in the ancient time, in ancient Rome, if a general triumphed in a epic victory, he would be paraded atop a gleaming chariot down the capital center thoroughfare from dawn to sunset. And I'm having trouble talking today, as you can tell, but we'll get through it. The crowd would roar, the general would just bask in all the adoration, revealing in his greatest honor of his life. But the legend also says that a servant stood behind the general the entire day, and he whispered in his ear, "Remember, you will die." Now, that's kind of strange, isn't it? The general desperately needed the humanity that come with remembering that he was mortal. Mortality and humility. We need to be humble ourselves, and God opposed that. What we need, what they needed was to humble themselves before the Lord, what James is talking here, and how they would embrace humility. The Roman general that we just talked about, he needed to be reminded that he was going to die. You don't even know what will happen tomorrow. James tells us that. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You're just a mist that appears for a little while, just a vapor that appears for a little while and then vanish. Owning their, needed them to live under the solidarity of the Lord rather than their own failed efforts. Our own failed efforts are not going to get us anywhere. When we forget our days are numbered, and that's what these generals had, the Roman generals had to are triumphant. They had to be reminded that they were mortal. Our days are numbered. It can lead to pride. Of course it can. But when we humble ourselves by our mortality and realizing we see every breath and every moment as great, don't we? We should. The story of the Roman general and the phrase that he says that you need to remember your mortality. We need to remember we're just here for a while. We're just here for a few days, and a man that is born of woman is a few days and full of trouble. And so we need to just remember that God is in control of everything, and we need to remember and be humble in our dealings with people. And if we are doing that, following God's commandments, love one another. Love our fellow man. We encourage you to come and be a part of our services here at Temple. We meet on Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock, and our Sunday school is at 9, second worship service at 10, and then Sunday night at 6 o'clock, and then Wednesday nights at 7. You're welcome and encouraged to come and be a part and worship with us here at Temple. May God bless you is our prayer.